man.
I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a
Of course you
celebration.
can. I will beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties.
Let's get it all!
Yo, welcome back to the MMA Short Show. As always, your boy, Steven Moustaris. And guys, you know, I literally just got done going hard in the paint on the light heavyweight division, man. It used to be literally the pinnacle of the UFC. It literally is the reason the UFC was so successful, especially in the early 2000s, mid 2000s there. And I mean, even all the way up to 2017 when Jon Jones, had his last fight, I think so, or I guess 2018, 2019, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. Still, if you guys want to check that out, man, please do. And I also did a video talking about Ian Gary. Is he actually the truth? Is he the future, or is he just a Conor McGregor wannabe? And I don't think it's necessarily his fault. I just think whoever happened to be the first one to come out of Ireland after Conor was kind of going to get thrown into that. But, the number one thing I want to talk about now after all of this, and I'm not going to go quite as hard in the paint on it probably as I did as the light heavyweight division. But, after this past weekend, man, and this Jailton Almeida versus, Jairzinho Rozenstruik fight, man, just had me just kind of reminiscing a little bit about heavyweight days. And yeah, I don't think the heavyweight division's in as bad of a shape as light heavyweight is currently, but man, it's just so hard to watch some of these matchups nowadays, man. Like, no offense to my boy like Derrick Lewis or like Alexander Volkov or Curtis Blades now, or honestly even like Stipe and Jones. Like, I love Jon Jones, is my favorite fighter of all time. I mean, talk shit, bring up picograms, bring it all up. I don't care. The boy is my man. When he's in the octagon, the greatest I've ever seen, and I can't take anything away from it. So other than the Stipe Jon Jones fight, which I'm very, very excited about. I know it's probably 3 or 4 years late for Stipe, and he could still get it done. But on paper, this is probably like the most prestigious heavyweight fight we've ever had, at least on paper. Like I said, like I'll probably get into a little bit about Gane and stuff. Like, we know Jon Jones just came off one of the most impressive quick wins we've ever seen against a guy that we didn't know he could actually, beat, but goes out there, gets it done ASAP. And, the only thing I can take away from that fight, from what we saw, the limited thing that we saw was, Jon Jones' stand-up looked very, very bad. So that's the only thing. It's like, this fight might not be good between Stipe and Jon Jones, but it's the one that we want to see. It's, two arguable GOATs that we could probably watch. But outside of that, man, it's like, this is where the heavyweight division's a little better off than light heavyweight. Outside of Jamal Hill and Yuri Prochazka, which I think is one of the most exciting 205 fights that we've had in forever. At least the heavyweight division's got Sergei Pavlovich coming up. We got Tom Aspinall coming back after injury. We got Jailton Almeida, like I just said. And then, I like to still consider Gane in there, but other than that, goodness gracious, guys, like, the heavyweight division is just sad. And I think I'm talking about this is because I just remember, the last 15, 16 years I've been watching this damn sport, whether it's, Crow Cop versus, Gabriel Gonzaga, or, even when Stefan Struve was doing his thing, anytime he'd fight, it's, even if he didn't win, it was always fun to see a draft get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it didn't matter what the matchups were in heavyweight division there for a while, and especially at the top. You guys got like Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, Frank Mir, Brock Lesnar doing his thing, and even if he's not that great or whatever we want to say, it was still fun to watch, and he was still doing the thing. Mark Hunt, walk-off knockouts left and right. Roy Nelson doing his thing. Everybody I can't even think of. The Nogueira's Big Nog was doing his thing. Fucking everybody we could possibly think of. And, clearly we get the Stipes, the Francis, Derrick Lewis doing his thing for a while. The JDS, I think I mentioned Cain Velasquez already, Stipe, Fabricio Werdum. Like, we had so many people, man. I'm probably forgetting of some. Like Pat Barry, Chet Congo even had a couple of, fun, fights that they've had, and not just the one together. But, it's just nowadays, it's like, dude, we watch this fight and fucking Jairzinho Rozenstruik, no offense to that guy, but like, dude, outside of his punching power, which every heavyweight's always had, it's like, outside of that, dude, he's absolutely, and especially since he's got his confidence taken away from him, it's like, I don't want to watch that guy fight. I love Derrick Lewis. He's 40-some years old, whatever. Like, I don't want to watch Derrick Lewis fight anymore. Like, he doesn't have anything to win. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no offense to like a guy like Sergei Spivak, or, was it I'm blank on the one other guy, but Marcin Tibura's in there too. Like, these guys, no offense to them whatsoever, they're just not like, they're just not doing it for me. I don't know how to explain it. Their game's not that great. And I think why I'm so upset about this whole thing, man, is it's just the fact that this sport is evolving so fast. I've been watching this for so long now. Even if you guys have been watching the last 5 years, the growth that this sport has done, the new techniques, the evolution of the fighter that we see, the average fighter is just it's running laps around what we used to watch. So you like we get guys like 125, 135, 145, 155, 170, 185. Like these guys are getting good as fuck. We're getting the deepest divisions we've ever seen in our lives. Like every little fight that we see at 135, 145, 155, 170, like they're all massive. Doesn't matter if it's a top 10, top 20, doesn't matter. It's absolutely entertaining. And somehow we got to a point here as MMA fans, or at least in the UFC, and I don't know if it's the UFC kind of getting away from, pushing their heavyweights and the light heavyweights as much, or if they're kind of getting away from, the superstar thing. I don't like, because they don't want to put all their eggs in one basket like a Conor McGregor or something. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if USADA came in, which I think it might be, because if we really look at 205 and heavyweight back in the day, these guys were absolute killers. And like, guys like Vitor Belfort and all these guys on the fucking juice, Alistair Overeem, like that's another guy I forgot about, like Ubereem, like that's what I'm saying, man. It's everybody, Brock Lesnar, all these people, like juice to the gills, having fun, just killing people. And like Tim Sylvia, fucking Rumble Johnson went up there for a little bit, fucking Andre Arlovsky, all these guys I'm thinking of, like just always had fun, always looking to finish. And now all of a sudden we're watching these fights, top 5 matchups, and I'm fucking damn near falling asleep at home. Like I know, like me personally, I'm absolutely excited to watch these fights, but I do have Twitter. I do keep up with these people. They're commenting on my videos. Like, I feel like I'm decent, decently in tune with this fight game. And I can just, man, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. And I don't know what it is. And don't get me wrong, I think John Jones and Stipe are going to retire each other regardless. I think whoever wins is going to walk off in the sunset, and whoever loses is going to go, hey, look, this is my time. I think this is it. Because I don't think they want to fight these killers. But outside of the Sergei Pavlovich, Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane, and this, Jailton Almeida, like those guys have to fight each other and beat each other off. No homo. Sorry, pause. Yeah, but honestly, kill each other and take each other's spots. So we're only gonna get it for a little bit. We're gonna have fun for what, 2 fights, 3 fights max if they mix and match. So it's like I'm excited. I think it is. I think these guys like Cyril Gane, I think can give all 3 of these guys absolute problems. Don't get me wrong. If Almeida takes him down, it's pretty much over. But for Gelatin fight, freaking, I think he could really be the one to, expose Sergei Pavlovich. I think he's still kind of untested in a way. And, I think Tom Aspinall is the truth too. So like these 4 are very exciting, and it is a little more exciting than light heavyweight. But man, I just don't know what it is right now. It just doesn't have that big fight feel anymore than the UFC. I think they're getting a little lazy. I know they just lost Francis and everything. But it's like, man, I think there's arguments out there that, the UFC isn't the king anymore when it comes to heavyweight and light heavyweight divisions anymore. I think we can go watch some just as good as talent, or maybe even a little better at like, PFL, One Championship, Bellator. Like, don't sleep, guys. These guys are right there with them now. Like, this isn't and maybe, maybe with the 205 division, maybe we got, absolutely spoiled with the Rashad Evans, Rampage, Lyoto Machida, Shogun Hua, like that whole era with John Jones running everybody and doing the thing, beating the best fighters we've ever seen. And then, but just like heavyweight, man, it's just crazy to see how the sport's evolving so much. But somehow in the heavier weights, we're sitting here and it almost feels like we're digressing a little bit, or, getting a little worse. So, but as always, your boy, Steven Moustaris, you guys let me know if, maybe I'm thinking about it a little too much, but still, it's like, when we got 15, 20 guys in these divisions that we're ready to watch kill at any time, and the light heavyweight and heavyweight division combined might have 6, 7, you know what I'm saying? So, and maybe 8 if you count Alex Pereira moving up to 205. So, you guys let me know how you feel. As always, your boy, Steven Moustaris. And let's go, baby. Let's go.